Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to some more Warhammer 3 Total War, and, well, I'm really excited to be playing this. I really am. I'm loving this campaign. In case you couldn't tell from the, general enthusiasm. I think the only way I could be more engaged with this campaign and more sort of, attached to it is if I renamed every one of these settlements, manually myself. I think that would be the final step here, but I can't do that because I don't know enough about Lizardmen lore. I mean, I know some general things about them, but if we go down into some specifics, I am somewhat at a loss. So, yeah. Unfortunately, can't be renaming them. Well, I mean, I could, but nothing sensible to me in any real way, shape, or form, so yeah. We're just going to leave it as is. Anyways, continuing with our, our campaign and everything, especially in these rather tumultuous areas over here. I think we're going to go down this road all the way to the end.
You cannot deceive the deceiver.
Now, I could get some more of this spawning sequence stuff. That wouldn't be a terrible idea. And I reckon I'm going to get it here. Now, we can get ambush all the way up, and I said the other thing I want to build was... what was it? I mean, the recruitment cost is already 0 here, so there's no need to decrease that. It was the armory upgrade, wasn't it? Yeah. Makes sense. Alright, there's most of the money gone, but don't worry, there'll be more of it. I did add the 2 mods, which is also a part of the reason of my enthusiasm for today. Sorry. I added the two mods that I was talking about. I added one of the 2 mods that I was talking about. The other mod I added, which I didn't talk about in the previous episode, was something I found randomly while looking at the ancient... what's the beastie called? Give me a second. I will find out. Just give me a second. Where can I find that? I can look here, right? Yeah, it's the Dreadsaurian. Yeah, the Dreadsaurian upgrades. So I got a mod that buffs them slightly. It's not a huge buff. It's a slight buff, but still noticeable. So there's a slight buff on the Dreadsaurians, and while I was looking at that mod, one of the recommended mods down below was a buff for Oxyotl himself. And the buff changed the toxins that he has access to. So these 4 toxins, Slow Death, Demon Bane, etc., they're now very different. They changed the projectiles themselves, and they do more damage, and the projectile sort of, one of them is more like a laser, the other one's supposed to be more like a shotgun, etc. Not literally, obviously, but they sort of act a little bit differently now as well, which I think is just the best. Right? I really do. Do I need to... Yes, I'm not going to remove any of them. This is all going to be fine. I need to fuse some of this stuff. That's what I need to do. Discord, and then... Well, I can't fuse the rest of this, but that's okay. As far as you're concerned, you could use a weapon, right? Yeah, shockingly low on weapons in general. That's a shame. You have been set up. You have not. Alright, what do we give you? I think Helm of Discord. One of those servants. And I reckon you're ready to go. You, obviously, the Book of Asher. Then this standard, I actually want to salvage. I'm gonna give you... Right, so I can't give you either of these. Give you the Temple Architect. We might as well. Star Metallurgist you already have. Construction costs for star chambers across all provinces will go down by -20 if I get another one. That's not insignificant, I'll be honest with you. I'm sorry if you don't particularly love these RPG elements with item management and stuff. I live for this stuff, I really do. I absolutely love all of this. Though I understand it might not be everyone's forte, so I try and get it over with relatively quickly. Let's attack Lamia. And let's do that. The Sky Lanterns. This is allied recruitment from their other army and stuff. Yeah, that's not going to be an easy fight. We're going to have to do the whole stealthy fort. Attack the enemy walls with invisible ladders sort of strategy and all that. It's going to be very difficult, don't worry. But we'll get through it. Quick question over here. Does this army... 8 units. 8 units here as well, but those are full. These ones aren't. These are regular bloodletters, exalted, forsaken, 2 warhounds. And a Jawthirster, but heavily depleted. I can win against that in a manual battle if Auto Resolve should fail me. You're going to wait one more turn. Next turn you can attack the lair over here and raise it, sack it, whatever. Floats your boat, and I believe that's it, right? Yeah, after that it's just the end turn. So we've worked everything out. Alright. Lightning Strike will just remove one of the heroes, not... that would actually make me lose the battle. That's kind of funny. Alright, let's fight. See what we can do. Okay, so it's the same map, but last time we were attacking from this corner. I'm going to attack down the middle now. Right through here. Well, obviously I can't go down into this... whatever it is. Well, there's a question to be asked as to why not exactly, right? Apologize. But anyways, as I was saying, not exactly over there, but I'm going to keep the units here in the middle, and I'm going to do the same tactic as before, this time relying on, well, let's just call it slightly different positioning. And you can see the enemy armies are gathered. Interesting. Okay, tell you what, I reckon the way forward is going to be to scale the walls and then start shooting at them again. Let's see how that goes. I do have Geomantic Nexus, which will summon a Skink Priest for me. I find that kind of funny. On top of that, the Skink Priest also degrades over time, which is amusing. Oh well. Good news, this time around they have slightly fewer ranged units, I think. Though I'm not 100% sure on that. The main thing I want to check right now, as we scale the invisible ladders that no one can see, main thing I want to check is the damage on the on the little gun thing that I have. It is a little bit different, isn't it? It's kind of working. But obviously, as you can see, it's not a major difference. It's I think the damage and stuff is virtually identical here. It's more of like a... What? The poison I have currently equipped sort of feels more like a gun, almost, like a black powder musket, in a way. Flies a bit faster. Damage-wise, it's roughly the same. But yeah, it's kind of harder to spot. I mean, it's interesting, certainly. Okay, well, see you in a bit once we've, you know, done enough damage to the enemy to actually say something of note, I would say. Behold the fields in which the Empire had at one point in the not-so-distant past gathered its armies. Well, not just the Empire, they had some allies as well. All wiped out by one lizard. And if I gotta be honest about it, just on the nose, a fairly tiny lizard at that. Look at this. Look at this, they're all dead, and guess what? Army losses, they're running away. I only had to kill about half of them. Couple that I killed over here, and there's a few more that went down this way, but I mean, oh, and a close victory, by the way, of course. Of course, what else? Just gonna screenshot this really quickly to send to a friend of mine. Yeah. Christ. Alright, let's load her back into the campaign map, and I'll talk about it a bit. There was literally nothing to see. I just sat him on top of the walls and he just shot everyone. Right. Ooh, okay, so 187,000 damage. Yeah. Look, we're not going to be doing this again, I'm afraid. This is just too much. If there's a smaller settlement and this isn't as cheesy, then yeah, I might, but I'm not doing this again. I wanted to try it one more time for the sole purpose of... I'm going to sack the settlement. It's at level 5, I don't need it at level 5. And the amount of money I'm going to get out of it will fund, like, the rest of my construction everywhere. So, yeah. Let's do that. I don't think Woundmaker is going to make much of a difference. Let's reduce our income. Oh, sorry. Let's reduce our income as a level up. Yes, that's what we're going to do. Let's reduce our upkeep is what I was going to say. Stimulate some growth. And eventually we will conquer this thing. For now, though, really quick, let's pop down here. See if there's anything we can build. Nothing I need immediately. But over here, there's a couple of things we can get. No. Skink Priest. So this will give me access to Skink Priests. None of these buildings unlock anything. Oh, this unlocks Skink Chief. Yeah, this unlocks Skink Chief. I want one of these. For the Skink Chief capacity, I could use a couple more. So we'll get that going. And then there's a few more economy buildings to put up along the way, which is very helpful. And public order's alright. This is not bad, but I would prefer... I think I would prefer this. Yeah, let's plop down one of these. And that leaves me with 14,000 left. Pretty penny, not gonna lie. And that pretty penny means we can upgrade some of these things, yeah? I don't really need anything here. Strange as that might seem. Here, let's go with replenishment and ambushes. 1.5k, it's worth putting down, I would say. Get another Grand Sanctum. And yeah, that'll do for now, I think. Building upgrade. And we're ready to move on with our lives. Still need a little bit more income, because once this army recruits all of its units, that number is going to go down by quite a bit, but we have avenues of expansion both up here and down here. That's going to be fine. I do want, before I forget, to change the... Oh, I can't do that from here, can I? I have to do that in battle. Okay. Wait. Ash bow, base missile damage plus 20%. This one's better. Alright. Had to check. Fuse them together for a war spear. Yeah, not what we need. Although, could be something that you can use, right? Yeah, Stegodon war spear. Because once I put you on a... you get a Carnosaur, never mind. Who gets a Stegodon? What's your mount? According to this, it's nothing, but I know that's not true. Okay, you get a cold one mount, you get a Carnosaur, you get a Stegodon and an ancient Stegodon. But I don't need you for your... You're the one that needs the spear. There you go, you're welcome. We can get the artifact hunter as well. Lovely. Okay, next turn. In the next battle with Oxyotl, I need to change the poison type that I have equipped on him. And I need to change to... even have it up here somewhere. I need to change to either... So currently we're on Fire Blood. I need to change it to Toad Skin. Apparently it's super effective against infantry and has 100% AP damage. That seems pretty good, not gonna lie. Other than that, Demon Bane is supposed to work more like a homing missile. Which to me is also kind of incredible. Give me a second. Right. I'll talk about this in a second. Let's get through the intern, and then I'll actually talk about what I wanted to while doing productive things. Alright, here's something very interesting. We managed to ambush one of the enemy armies. What the hell are you talking about, Juggernaut? Where? Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory, and I don't need to win this battle. Like, not really. And so we're just going to auto-resolve it. And I'm going to get the money out of it, and I'll show you how that happened. It's the silent thingamajig that we build underneath settlements, right? I built one in enemy territory, and when you put up those ambush percent chance buildings, it doesn't just increase the ambush percent chance of your army on the field then and there, it also has a chance of spawning like guerrilla-style mini-stacks like that to fight against enemies that are sort of passing through the area. I'll show you that in a second. But I also wanted to talk about this. A lot of the mods that deal with Oxyotl and, you know, either give him some new abilities, buff him, whatever, and I think balance-wise he's fine. Maybe his personal damage is a bit low, which is why I downloaded this mod to improve his damage dealing capabilities. I think it's very fun. But, okay, whatever. I think the balance-wise he's relatively okay. But sort of more importantly than that, all of the mods that help him out in some way depict him as the Doomslayer. At first I thought that was just like a running joke in the community. I didn't really pay much attention to it, but then the more you read about his lore, the more you realize, hold on, there's something here, right? There's something to this that's not just a meme. I mean, it's mostly just a meme, but not 100% of it, right? Because he's just a skink. You gotta remember, he's no divine, I don't know, super powerful thing or anything like that. No, he's just a skink. Driven by nothing but raw, visceral hatred for chaos. And in his hatred and disdain for chaos, he, well... he's winning! Yeah, against the forces of the Immaterium, the unstoppable forces of chaos, he is winning. And they're afraid of him. Which is hilarious, you have to admit, right? And so there's that, and then there's a few other things. He's also alone down here, an ancient one, right? Like an ancient civilization, etc., etc. The more parallels you draw, the funnier and funnier it gets. I absolutely love it. I have to say, and so yeah, he's definitely the Doomslayer as far as I'm concerned. Now, really quickly, I don't want this. I want Toadskin Essence. And the reason I want Toadskin Essence is I want to see whether this works or not. So I'm going to fight this battle, but I'm going to fight it off camera because it's not particularly interesting, and we have things to do. So anyways, that was the whole little funny bit behind his name, and not his name, his lore, I mean, and the mods surrounding him and so on and so forth. I think we can get rid of this now, I don't really need it. Yeah, that's all fine, and then let me show you what I was talking about. It's this, right? 33% chance a stronger Sanctum Patrol will ambush enemy armies in the local region. And it did. And it wiped the floor with the enemy as well. That's really fracking awesome, you know what I mean? It really, really is. So... steal some technology from the enemy. I'm going to send you out this way to scout ahead. Success in stealing technology, alright, good work. I'm going to start sending you back towards the homeland. Multiple reasons now. You need Well, you need this. And you're going to need this as well. As for you... get you weapon strength. Okay, you can see the income is plummeting already at 4.6k. Although the need to construct things is also plummeting in many ways. So we will see how this plays out. But for now, let me try out this new poison thing and see if it works properly. It is a very old mod. It's like it's over a year old at this point since the last update. So yeah, I don't know if it works or not. I'll let you know. There we are. I know I said I was going to fight it off camera, but part of me I think realizes there's no real reason to do that, even though it's going to be an easy battle. It's still probably going to be fairly fun. So let's see how the shotgun works, if at all. I can't believe you don't have line of sight on any of them. They really are... God, look at that. They really are hiding from him rather well. Can you really not hit any of them? Alright, try it. Let's see. No, that doesn't really work. It's more of the same, to be honest with you. I think it may have buffed the damage ever so slightly, but that doesn't really work. Aww. That's a shame. Pretty sure I have the mod, right? Yeah. Comments, changes, yeah. Well, it looks like I'm gonna have to look for something else. But that's alright. Okay. Tell you what, while he's busy firing away at them, I'll look up some Oxyotl mods. Better Oxyotl. Yeah. Oxylotl's BFG. That is a funny mod that I'm not going to be using. But it is a very funny mod indeed. Alright. Let's... do we even want to go forth and meet them? There's no reason to, is there? Yeah, not really. I do want to summon one of these, see what it does, because I haven't done that yet. And get wrecked. Pretty interesting, not gonna lie. Pretty interesting. How are you still visible? Come on. Oh, you're not. That's just residual shots. That really didn't do a lot of damage, did it? Okay, go and distract the enemy. As for you lot, can actually start bombarding the enemy now that we've distracted their ranged units. To be fair, not that they needed much distracting. I mean, we do have superiority in every sense of the word, but you know how it is. I don't like taking unnecessary casualties. Is he deteriorating slowly? Yeah, he is. Okay, I don't really see the... I mean, I see the point in this in defensive battles where you don't have magic, so you can now cast a few spells if you didn't have the opportunity to previously. But, outside of that, you know. This doesn't really do damage, does it? Yeah. It's not terrible, but it's not good either. These guys just shred. Like, absolutely shred. Right, take a look at that. We've wiped the floor with the enemy, practically speaking, before they even made contact with our front lines. Really some fascinating stuff. Okay, well, let's not take any more unnecessary damage. That's fine. Did we lose anyone? We lost like 1 or 2 lizards, right? 1 lizard. Alright, lovely. Okay, good. Let's get back on track with all of our stuff. In a more grander strategic sense now that this little experiment is done. Okay, there we go. Check, and this one we're actually going to occupy. I have a plan of letting the Order of the Twin-Tailed Orb or whatever, letting them repair all of this stuff before I retake it. So going down here and then up here, just leaving Lamia for last. And our lovely hero has hit level 40 officially. I think it's time for a serious upgrade in his, well, everything department. And he's gonna get one soon, I promise you. Didn't want to do it too early, because it would have been... well, it would have made him a bit overpowered, let's be honest. But now that he's level 40 and we're at the sort of final stages of this campaign, in a certain sense. I mean, we were at the final stages a while ago in the sense of it being a challenge, in the sense of actually finishing the game. Now there's still a lot to be done, but yeah, you know, the brunt of the challenge is gone. That's really the most important thing. Because from here on out, it's more or less smooth sailing. Man, I want to put down another army. But I know that we're already recruiting this one, and that I'm gonna need construction money later down the line. Well, I mean, truth be told, I need construction money now as well, but you know, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Anyone may be willing to sign a peace deal? You know, aside from the humans who are already completely and utterly beaten. No? Just checking, you know. Just checking.
You've done it now.
I don't have any
You're gonna feed my
treaties
hunger.
with you, do I? No, but you absolutely hate the fact that I have, I've done all these military actions against the humans. You're on good relations with them. Yeah, okay, you just keep fighting the Tomb Kings over there, and I'll swoop in a bit later to mop up, as they say. Do I really need this final Temple Guard unit? The answer is no, I don't. Not really. We can get a blessed spawning later down the line. Mainly because I don't want to wait. We can get something in global recruitment that takes 1 turn to construct. Like an ancient salamander or a hunting pack of some description. A feral cold one. Nah. Let's leave it at this, and maybe we pick something up later down the line. Okay, mission done. A shame I didn't get this completed, although we can perform this right next and still get a lot of use out of it. Yeah. And I'll do some of the quest battles too, because, well, we haven't done those yet, and I think we're missing out because of that fact. I'm going to plop down one of these teleporter things, because I prefer to teleport over there now, I believe. Maybe not immediately, but over time I will move the teleporter that way. One of the things I probably could have done a little bit better is move the teleporters around, but you gotta remember each of them costs 5,000. And I'd rather invest into something a little bit more permanent, but it is a matter of balancing. Anyways, I suspect we're just gonna wait for another quiet turn, and then get back to all the conquest. Yeah, it's exactly like I said. Literally nothing of note. I got a new quest to kill 1,500 enemies in battle. We'll get to that eventually. Repairs are going well over here, that's good. I love to see it. Let's take the other settlement now. Really quickly, there we go. And yeah, that's okay. You can keep these buildings. Upgrade this. That doesn't stack. This is not really important. I have one of those. I suppose I can put down. Let me see. Public order building? Yeah, we'll get one public order building more, why not? Okay, the army's ready. No idea what these Warriors of Khorne are doing, but I think it's high time we kick them out of here. They've been raiding the countryside long enough. You guys can go back home. Oh. I didn't see that you can't make it on time to avoid all the attrition. Yikes. That's not too bad, I mean. You'll have plenty of time to regenerate, replenish, pay for another failure, of course, as always. Reckon we can steal some more tech from them. No. I reckon we'll just pay for another failure. Another upgrade, and we can now perform a rite. 2. This will give us... This will drain most of our money, but it will give us extra XP on all the armies everywhere. You'll love to see that. And, given our current state of affairs, shall we say, I'm also very much in the mood for recruiting one of these. I'll tell you what, we can recruit you. It's definitely worth it. You have one of those legendary lord, defeated legendary lord traits. And I'm quite fond of you given the previous interactions that we've had. So, let's see. What do you get as a skink red-crested dude? Unfortunately, recruitment is not free for you. Which is interesting, because it was free a minute ago, but now it's not. All the blessed spawning is... I'll tell you what, we're going to recruit next time. Or next turn, not this one. Yeah. And then... just end it there, I think. Yeah. I'll tell you what, we can end the episode there as well. It's been 42 minutes. We had some interesting fights. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you all next time when I hopefully apply a couple of interesting mods to Oxyotl himself to make him a little bit more interesting to play. I'll see you then. Until then, have fun, take care, and as always, please do remember to like, subscribe down below if you enjoyed the video, and we'll stay tuned with the rest of the series and the content that I produce on the channel. Bye-bye.